After a sparkling start to his first ever Dakar, the rally bit back at Pavel Lebedev, third of the last two stages and fourth overall. The Russian had a real taste of the Saudi dunes, and he was left stranded with no one to help. In his custom-built prototype, Hans Weiss is enjoying his very first Dakar, driving an Arcane. The WRC driver finished 6th, he's 8th overall. Used to bigger machines, Thomas Bell is living his third Dakar in a T3 Can-Am. The Brit based in Dubai is moving up the standings, he's 7th. Learning from the best, Sebastian Eriksson tried to stay in the wheel of Chaleco Lopez on the first part of the stage. He then nice and steadily made it to the finish in 5th and remains 2nd overall. Taking off 16th, Cristina Gutierrez had an incident-free day. She was storming in her OT3 and overtook T3 after T3 to eventually finish 4th. Chaleco Lopez remains in control. Yes, he's not the fastest, but he certainly is the most consistent, and that's how you win a Dakar. The Chilean knows that just too well. Third today, he extends his overall lead. A bad day, a good day, a bad day, and yes, a good day again for Guillaume de Bévus. The Belgian who made it late to the bivouac yesterday was in better spirits today. He clocked the 2nd fastest time. Seth Quintero is unstoppable unless he stops. The young American had already won 3 out of 4 stages and must be devastated by his mechanical failure on stage 2. His domination continued today. That's his 10th success on a Dakar in just 2 years.
Stage today was really good. Started up front and ran our own pace. Made no mistakes and really just tried to bring it to the finish line. It's a very rocky stage and just stayed consistent.
Good day for the OT3 Red Bull Off-Road Junior team. 3 in the top 4 with Quintero, de Bévus and Gutierrez. Good day for Saudi Arabia's Daniel Akil, 10th on the day. In the new overall, Chaleco Lopez gains time. He now has a 20-minute lead over Eriksson. Also in a Can-Am, Philippe Pinchedez is 3rd. Daniel Akil moves up to 6th.
In the T4 class for side-by-side vehicles, Poland's Aaron Domzala, a contender for the Dakar 2022 class win, was leading the stage, fighting back for lost time. But the South Racing Can-Am driver is stopped in the stage at kilometre 247, awaiting the assistance truck, having barrel-rolled his Maverick. In a very strong debut, Molly Taylor was going great in the top 5 stage times on this stage, but she had to stop at kilometre 291 to fix a mechanical issue. The former Australian rally champion and current Extreme E champion has lost a lot of time. Chilean Lucas Del Rio is a newcomer to motorsport. He's an actor trained in New York, but he's performing on a different stage here. He only entered his first rally in 2020 and immediately showed pace. Definitely one to watch for the podium, if not the Oscars. South Racing competitor Marek Goksal looked all set to get his 2nd consecutive stage win today, until a 7-minute delay at kilometre 438 set the Polish driver back, so close to the finish. But he was 4th quickest in the end. Capitalising somewhat on his older brother's misfortune, Mikhail Goksal was able to wrestle his Can-Am to a 3rd quickest stage time. The Pole finished 4th on his Dakar debut last year and looks on target to go at least one better this year. American Austin Jones may appear to have Dakar 2022 under control. He's leading the rally, no need to take risks. And having some fun, flat out, on the sand. But the pressure seems to be coming from an unexpected direction. Because Brazilian Rodrigo Lupi de Oliveira has been impressively quick every day of this rally raid so far, and today his reward for speed and consistency is an unassailable scratch time, his first stage win, but only by a 10-second margin from Jones. It's a stage win for Dakar debutant Lupi de Oliveira, and another rookie, 22-year-old Rokas Baciuska, was fifth quickest. But it's Austin Jones who continues to lead, and his closest rival is 5 minutes back. Mikhail Goksal is in third.
Full gas, full. Go back. Go there, can you go up? No, more in the right. Okay, and then here. Full gas. Okay, no.
I'll go take it from there.
Okay.
From there. Give me a minute. Let me do it.
Go slow, please. I'm not. Oh, I don't have belt, please. Go slower.
Okay?
No. What? No.
What did you press?
Nothing.
No, you pressed this one.
What?
You pressed this one on the side.
No.
You did. You pressed this one on the side. Yeah.
Because there is no protection anymore. I don't find that.
It's okay, relax.
Welcome to Dakar land in the heart of Europe. The Netherlands has indeed become a major Dakar nation. At the start of the 2022 edition, 64 Dutch competitors were registered to race.
From the start, the Netherlands has always been one of the 4 or 5 flagship countries of the Dakar. It's a real land of Dakar.
I think it's also because of the history we have with the trucks in the past. We are, of course, a truck country, so that's why we have a lot of competitors.
I think it's beginning with Jan de Rooij. It's the winner, and a lot of Dutch people are following that.
The Dutch people really are fans of the desert, fans of travel.
As you know, we don't have that much desert in the Netherlands, not so much sand dunes, but we are explorers.
What we see on television, it's really a challenge, and you really have to have the spirit, and I think they want to show that they have it, and that's why they want to compete there.
And well before the Dutch battle it out in the deserts of Saudi Arabia, they all gathered together on home soil in September for what is traditionally called the pre-prologue.
For us, it's also important to meet the competitors outside of the context of the race and the technical scrutineering.
They already get to know the organization, they get to know the other competitor. It's good for building a team spirit, which you need in rally, especially in cross-country.
You must remember that 30 or 40% of competitors are new each year, so it's an opportunity to take some time to discuss technical, sporting or logistical aspects.
Techniques, sportifs, logistiques.
I think it's the highest you can achieve, and everyone wants once in a lifetime to try. Okay, can we get there or not?
On the Dakar, even the fast assistance trucks can sometimes find themselves in need of assistance. We can fix it, but we need a new cable. When the cable is here, we can get going again. Well, Mitchell van den Brink was set to lose several hours. It was even worse for Ignacio Casale after a damaged oil hose caused a fire in his Tatra. At this moment in time, we are out of the rally. It's a real shame, but in my 13 Dakars I've learned to deal with disappointment. Just keep smiling. Gert Huzink had a good day in his Renault hybrid truck. The Dutchman is looking to the future, but he'll be happy with the present too, after coming 5th today. Aleš Loprijs was a few minutes further back, but he has now slipped to 5th place overall. Jannes van Kasteren said he felt like a small duck as he was hunted down by Kamaz in the closing stages, but the Dutchman is giving the Russians something to think about. He was 4th on the stage and sits 4th overall. Dmitry Sotnikov lost a few minutes when he had to change a wheel, but he still came 3rd on the day as Kamaz completed a 1-2-3. Anton Shibalov was 2nd, and he said his eyes were very happy with all of the changing landscapes. Not all good news for Kamaz, as Andrei Karganov lost almost an hour and a half with a gearbox problem. But they still made it 5 stage wins from 5. Eduard Nikolaev praising his co-drivers as he picked up his 2nd win of the rally, closing the gap on the overall leader and his teammate Sotnikov. So just under 6 minutes separating the top 4 today. And the gap from Sotnikov to Nikolaev is now 6 minutes and 10 seconds. Shibalov is 25 minutes back.
After stage 2 of the Dakar Classic was cancelled, stage 3 saw them all back and racing. Leading the way, Jean-Michel Gate and co-driver Maxime Vial, driving a Mitsubishi Pajero. Their story is incredible. Every year they set themselves a challenge. Last year they conquered Mont Blanc. This year it was to be Kilimanjaro, until a friend suggested they tackled the Dakar, even though neither of them has ever raced a car before. Dakar Classic, for cars and trucks built before the year 2000. 24 entrants in its first edition last year. This year there are 142 vehicles and 301 competitors. And as the name suggests, there are some real classics. Of course, these much older machines are much more likely to have problems in the unforgiving landscape of Saudi Arabia, and the skills of the crews have been sorely tested on every stage so far. Luckily, as with French girlfriend-boyfriend duo Constance Chenard and Romain Grabowski, Here in the white Lada Niva, they almost always get back on the road to Riyadh.
Driving a Porsche around the desert in Saudi Arabia definitely puts a smile on your face.
Meet the first winner of Dakar Classic, Marc Duton.
When we came last year, we were very well prepared and very familiar with the regulations, so we had a pretty smooth rally from start to finish, no issues or technical problems. We finished first in our category and first in Dakar Classic.
I
don't think that I would have come back with the same car because it wouldn't have been enough of a challenge. I was more interested in wiping the slate clean and starting again with a new challenge.
Marc is back in this gorgeous Porsche 911 as he looks to defend his title.
It took a while to set things up because Jeremy wanted to prep a 911 and it's turned out to be ideal. We'll see if it's perfect at the end of the rally, but for the moment it's certainly ideal. We did relatively little testing, only 2 or 3 days in France. Even if we developed it to feel like a buggy in terms of driving, we still had some doubts. But it's actually very effective over the sand, and that is obviously very good news. The field is much more competitive this year in terms of the quality of the vehicles and the size of the teams. Some really big teams have turned up. But a crucial point in a regularity rally is that you have to have a vehicle with certain basic capacities. If you have those capacities, then it's the 2 people in the car, or 3 people if it's a truck, who are going to determine the result in a regularity rally. It's not about the vehicle, it's not about speed. Honestly, we're not here with any specific goals in mind like a podium. We're just here to have fun like last year. We want to enjoy the atmosphere of the Dakar and see big stars who are usually only on TV. It's great to be in an environment that we like and to be on the sand because we love it.
After stage 3, Marc and Jeremy sit 7th overall.
Competing in the FIA World Rally Raid Championship, Martin Maciek leads the truck category known as T5, and the Czech was rightfully rewarded at the Al Kaisuma Bivouac. Well-deserved medal for the Big Shock 3.
You know, this is actually the beginning of everything, but for us and for the category in T5, it is really about showing to the people that there is a World Relay Championship with also trucks and the T5 category itself for the next seasons. And I think that's our goal now, to really show to the world that it is here. There you go. Same assist today.
In the latest overall W2RC standings, Nasser Al-Attiyah is still in command with a 5-point lead over Sebastian Loeb.
Tomorrow, stage 5, a loop to the east of Riyadh and back. It's a real mixture of surfaces and conditions. Different routes await the bikes and quads, 350 competitive kilometres compared to 423k for the rest of the field. Expect rocky roads and plenty of dunes to punish the arms and the tyres. This is wild territory. Then it's a return to Saudi Arabia's capital city, Riyadh, meaning the gardens. It's a mix of Arabian history and growing modern metropolis. But for the Dakar heroes, no time to enjoy the sights. When they return to the bivouac, it's a short night, and the rest day here is still 2 full days away. Join us again tomorrow when Dakar 2022 continues.